Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Sunday, March 3rd, 2019, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the moon is in Aquarius. When the moon's in Aquarius, it brings our attention to the future, thinking about the future, about our goals, our dreams, our hopes, our wishes. Also brings our attention to friends, maybe hanging out with friends, loosening up a little bit and getting more of a broader perspective on our life. Now what we've got going on, the first alignment of the day is going to happen right after lunch. Right after lunchtime, this moon in Aquarius is going to square Mars over here in Taurus, excuse me. This can be a little bit frustrating. Whenever the moon touches Mars, they're not really the best of friends, especially by square, which is a hard aspect. This can bring frustration up in a lot of ways. What is this frustration about? Well, this Mars in Taurus here wants to create plans in the real world and practicality and commit to a plan of action moving forward that will bring more stability in your life. But perhaps you feel like today, maybe it's a little bit hard to get that stability in your life because with this moon in Aquarius, you're trying to think about the future. You're trying to figure out what your goals and dreams are and formulate new goals and dreams. Or maybe you're trying to figure out how to reach those goals and dreams in a stable and secure and steady kind of way. And maybe it's hard to figure that out. How do I do things that I really feel like are important to me, that really inspire me, that can put me in the place that I want, but how do I do it in a way that's steady, stable, secure? And we can be feeling frustrated if we're not quite there yet, which I don't think we are right now. So that could definitely create some tension here as we try to figure that out, as we try to figure out what our goals and dreams are for the future and how we can work towards those things. We could feel a little bit heavy with that earth influence as well. I think we might also want to be out socializing, being out and about with friends, but we could also have some other things that we need to do too that we're trying to bring together, okay? That is the first and last alignment that the moon is going to make today. So I do think that alignment and that feeling is going to stick with us. And really just needing to be patient to calm your nerves or your frustration if this comes up. We're getting there. We're working towards things. Just let all the stuff that you're feeling kind of sit in you to help you come up with better solutions moving forward. Okay, especially not a good time to act too soon, especially as we're here now on the last phase of the moon. Now the second thing that I want to talk about here, maybe what I'll do is I'll go to this. Let's see, maybe I'll do this. The Sun and Neptune making a conjunction. The Sun's coming closer to a conjunction with Neptune. This can also bring confusion about your identity. You're realizing who you are needs to change. Maybe you're trying to figure out now new strategies and plans to reach your goals and dreams in a more practical kind of way. And because now that you're realizing you got to come up with new strategies and plans and do things differently, maybe your identity also needs to change or be a chameleon a little bit to fit in with some of these other things that are going on that could feel a little bit of a challenge, especially with Mercury going retrograde around this same spot too. There could be a lot more about who we are, who we ultimately want to be, our identity that still has yet to be worked out to help us accommodate some other things in our life that are going on. And I think really needing to play with other possibilities about you, who you could be, who you want to be. And to allow kind of your identity to dissolve and to make space for new possibilities and new ways of thinking about yourself to come into the picture as you try to reach new goals and dreams in different ways. Now the third and last thing that I want to talk about, maybe I'll go right here, 3. Venus in Aquarius is making a sextile to Chiron and has been for the past few days. So that could definitely here, I think we're getting insights with this alignment about our future, especially when it comes to relationships and money and what we need to do with relationships and money. And I think us thinking about the future is helping to heal us in a lot of ways. It's helping us to feel better about our identity. I really do think it's just putting these goals and dreams into place step by step. That's a little bit of an issue. Overcoming the past and clearing all that out before you can move into the future, that's an issue. And reconceptualizing your identity in order to do what is ahead of you, that's the hard part. And I think today, really needing to get crystal clear on what you want for yourself in the future. And then to not be afraid to let everything else that does not serve that, including the parts of you that are no longer needed, to not be afraid to let those things go by the wayside so that you can allow yourself to do what needs to be done eventually and move on. All right, so that is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.